Many people don't like to hear what I'm about to say, but you have complete control over your mental health. The same way you have complete control over your physical fitness. The same people who want to give away accountability for their physical fitness are the same people who want to give away accountability, blame labels, blame concepts like ADHD, BPD, OCD about the mental health. I'm gonna tell you really simple, like I really break it down for a 5-year-old, how you can improve your mental health. Mental health is literally a moment-to-moment game. It's a moment-to-moment taking up territory. It's not about trying to fix concepts with ideas or trying to have this big project, this big revelation that you're going to get at some point. It's literally like the gym. It's a moment-to-moment practice, and I teach you how to practice. It's with your focus. It's shifting your focus because your mental health is based on, and now listen to the fucking word I'm saying, okay? Remember this fucking word that I'm saying. It's called momentum. It's based on the momentum that you create, which means there's a programming. I give you this. There might have been experiences in your childhood, experiences where I got bullied, for example, for 7 years. There might have been traumatic experiences that you had. Based on those traumatic experiences, you gave those experiences meaning. You created a programming. You created thoughts. Now, because of those programming, that algorithm that's created, the brain now looks for confirmation bias. Same things. So we'll continuously give you the same thoughts, the same programming to protect you so you can react to that program and you can control your circumstances. Now, if you though continuously react to that programming, which means the belief systems that you created, you refeed that algorithm. Which basically means that all the thoughts that come inside of your head about you not being good enough, you not being ready yet, you being a procrastinator, you have ADHD, you have all these labels, you just cannot do these things. If you talk back, if with your focus, right, the thoughts will come in because the brain will automatically give you those thoughts. But the power that you have is, are you talking back? Or are you shifting your focus? This is the hard part, right? Because the easy part, because you want to fix the uncomfortable emotions. You want to fix the uncomfortable thoughts that come up. But by trying to fix it, you teach the brain that the algorithm is still necessary. So you have to shift your focus away, which your brain doesn't like. So your brain gives you warning signals in form of uncomfortable emotions or thoughts that, no, this is the wrong way. This doesn't feel right. And this usually is where people fuck up and they go back to the algorithm. What you want to do is you want to stop that old momentum and create a new momentum. And how you do that is every day you start in the beginning of the day. That's the easiest process to do this challenging process, is to start in the beginning of the day, because the sleep is a reset. In the morning when you wake up, if you have the intention, okay, I'm going to practice each day, each morning. What happens is you start taking up territory. You start shifting the momentum. That doesn't mean that you will have the ability to do that all day immediately, right? That's where some people get hung up. They're like, no, I didn't do it perfect. Oh, I'll give up in the middle of the day. And then they go back to the old momentum. That's okay. You start tomorrow again. Or there's many tools that I also give on my accounts how to shift that momentum then in the middle with meditation or other things to shift your focus, right? To shift that momentum, the first thing that you have to do is to stop trusting your brain, to stop debating with those thoughts at all, to say, you know what, I don't know nothing, and I'm just gonna go into a positive direction based on actions. Because the brain can trick you with thoughts and emotions. It can make you identify with those thoughts and emotions, and then you believe that and act from that. But when you say, you know what, the thoughts say that, brain, no, I don't care, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna build my business and I'm gonna do it moment by moment with actions, and I'm not gonna trust the thoughts and emotions anymore. A great practice you can use with that is a practice I share in my book. It's called the no brain method. When the brain says, oh no, we have anxiety, we cannot do this, we're not ready yet, or what is our ex doing right now? Maybe they do have a new girlfriend. No brain, we're walking right now. In that moment, literally, you showed yourself that you're not the thoughts. You said no brain, which you called the brain out in third person, which is you taking a step back in awareness to say, no, this is not me. And then you say, no brain, we're walking right now. And the moment you say we're walking right now, you show your focus, oh, we shift to walking, right? This is taking up territory, a little bit of territory, a little bit of changing momentum. That doesn't mean that the brain is not attacking you with thoughts all day. The brain will still attack you with thoughts, but you cannot make that the measure of success, because if you make that the measure of success, you're giving up and you're refeeding that algorithm. You're saying, no, there must be something wrong, and the brain got you back into the game. You want to leave the battlefield, but to leave the battlefield, it has to be okay that the spears and the shots are still coming, and you say, you know what, that's okay. I'm not making the measure of success how many thoughts come up. I'm not making the measure of success what kind of emotions I have, because if you also make the measure of success the kind of emotions you have, the brain will suck you back into the game as well. The brain will be like, no, you know this feeling of anxiety, not feeling good enough, jealousy, especially in toxic relationship, right? Go check the Instagram, go check their Snapchat to see if they make appropriate thing. The brain pulls you in with emotions and thoughts with any program and say, no, fix this. And when you're like, oh yeah, I need to fix this, I need to get reassurance, you are feeding the algorithm again, and the brain's like, oh, this is still important. This is still part of the programming, and I'm going to continuously give you these patterns. I'm cooking. I hope you're still here, because I'm cooking and I'm teaching you literally how to shift your brain. So what you want to understand is you change the momentum. You change your brain by shifting from being reactive. Listen to this word, what I'm saying, reactive. Reactivity is hurting your mental health. Stop being reactive and we're creating proactivity, which means proactively say, okay, we proactively schedule valued actions from the beginning of the day, because that's how you show your brain that you are now in charge. And you don't need to be perfect. Understand that mental fitness is the exact same thing as learning how to swim. In the beginning, you're going to be not as skillful as a swimmer, and sometimes you're going underwater, but over time you're getting stronger and stronger, and everything gets easier and easier. So don't be impatient, don't be upset. If you're not perfect right away, you're taking up more territory, you're building more skills. So you're changing the measure of success. From changing the measure of success, of making the measure of success about, oh, do I feel depressed? Do I feel anxiety? To, we celebrate doing valued actions. And in the beginning of the day, it might be first valued actions, meditation. Second valued action, journaling about what I'm thankful for. Journaling about what I'm thankful for. Next valued action, going to the gym. So we set the valued actions, right? Which we have any emotions that come up, doesn't matter. You wake up, there's room, and the brain says, no, you cannot, oh, you have this anxiety. Whatever, brain, I can have anything, and I'm going to sit down on the chair, do the meditation, I'm going to do the journaling right after with the journal, and then I'll go to the gym. Fine, great. We set that proactively. Now, you cannot be successful without also not spending time inside of your head while you're doing these actions on the patterns. Because if you do the actions, but you're still talking back to the brain, you're still feeding the algorithm inside of your head. That's why it's important in the beginning to talk out loud to yourself, and you can either talk out loud with volume or sort of say talk out loud inside of your head, because even you can talk out loud inside of your head right now, no brain, we are doing this now, we're doing this now. And the more you do it, the more you shift your focus, you stay outside of your head, and you show the brain with that a new programming over time. But here's the kicker. You cannot keep checking the scoreboard of, oh, how do you feel emotionally? How do you feel with your thoughts? Because then you show the brain that you're not over that pattern, you're still checking. So over weeks, you need to play the long game. Months, stop checking. Be okay with any emotions and thoughts. And make the measure of success the valued actions. I just did almost a 10-minute video for you. If you want to go deeper and you really want to take accountability, not be victim mindset, you can check out my book, The How to Build Emotional